Suicide?
I have seen no such thing, but in any case, taking one's own life is a self-directed act. It is not one that is done to others, however they may be affected by it. Therefore, it cannot be said that one who commits suicide has done anything unto others.
I disagree with that.
Supposing you're right, then my law has been broken, and I should turn you all to gold immediately. Is that what you want?
No, of course not.
Now tell me, what other sins do you believe I have overlooked?
Experiments on the golden statues.
The midwife in the palace, yes. How is that inconsistent with the rule?
She wouldn't want to be experimented on if she was gilded.
The rule is do unto others, meaning other people. Those statues are something else now. Bloodless shadows, mere shapes of their former selves. They are forsaken. What happens to them is no concern of mine.
Seems like an extremely literal interpretation of the rule.
Applying this rule always requires us to interpret the meaning of the words. A literal interpretation helps to minimize the ambiguities of your primitive language.
Our language is full of ambiguity. Doesn't that make the rule inherently subjective and unreliable?
Supposing you're right, and my law has been broken, and I should turn you all to gold immediately. Is that what you want?
I'm right, and you know it.
Then your desire to be right outweighs your desire to survive. You will make a fine statue.
Oh my god, I can shoot him?
Do you really think you can wound me, a god, with that primitive weapon? Pathetic.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Did I get her crown? Oh. No! I'm gold. Okay. I took her crown, now what? Oh no, we're gonna have to burn through this.
And he...
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Didn't I get it? Oh, I can't get behind it.
You will suffer.
Okay, so did I get her crown? It says grab her crown. Do I shoot and run?
And
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Can I get out of here? Juke! Juke! Oh man, I got the door open. Okay. Okay. Where the hell am I gonna go that I'm not getting shot?
And here.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Oh shit, get off him. Rewind time. Show Pluto. Have the crown. Get out of here. How do I rewind time? Gotta go back to the beginning, huh? Wait a minute. God, am I gonna make it all the way over there? I'm gonna get shot a lot. One shot, I can deal with that. Okay, so now we gotta go back. Okay. Who's most likely gonna break the rule? I don't know. Ask him to abolish it. Yeah, yeah. How many hours have I played?
Mind telling me who you are and why you
maybe
look
close
like
to-
you've just taken on a gladiator and lost?
Might be about 10 hours, maybe 11 hours. Golden rule is going to be broken soon. You need to quietly get everyone except Sentius to run to the upper cistern when the ground starts to rumble.
What? That's a big ask. But something tells me you're not kidding. All right, I'm gonna stick my neck out and believe you. But I doubt I'll be able to gather more than a handful of people.
Okay. Okay. So I don't know who's going to break the golden rule. I can just name somebody. I may need to ask the philosopher for the help. So let's go talk to the philosopher.
You, Tantalus, cannot catch the drops of water. What?
Looks cracked.
Come and join me, but welcome.
Had a conversation before. You're going to explain the exertion of power.
I was indeed, but
I'm caught in a time loop.
oh, that's a relief. For a moment, I thought it was I who was touched by madness.
How would you persuade the god of the underworld to abolish the golden rule?
I assume you're asking me this as some kind of amusing hypothetical?
No, I met him and I wasn't able to persuade him. I'm going to try again.
Extraordinary. Then let me see if I can help you. I suppose first I'd want to gather information. I'd want to know about his reasons for imposing the Golden Rule and what he considers a sin. If I could expose some internal inconsistency in his reasoning, some degree of hypocrisy, I might be able to compel him to change his position. But as a philosopher, the saddest truth I ever learned is that all but the most enlightened opponents are more easily swayed by appeals to emotion than by reason. So the easiest path would be to find his emotional susceptibility and exploit it. If he was vain, I might try to flatter him. If he was merciful, I would try to evoke pity. As a last resort, I might figure out what he fears losing above all else.
We know
and,
that.
if I could, threaten to take it away. Though, of course, that could easily go awry. Now, go quickly while my words are still fresh in your memory.
So I'm assuming threaten him. Go threaten a god. Ain't got a chance against Mikey. I'm stuck. God, I can't even get up a little lip. I think I'm gonna beat a god. Very tough little area. My birthing hips. Can't get through there. Okay, so we could talk to Scintillus,
Whatever's in that great temple up there on the bluff.
but I don't know. He's asked me to talk to everyone and help them. It'll win their trust. He authorized in the... God, I don't know, because so many people are...
Fortune smile on you, brother.
Fear is proof of a...
Should I try to say Malleus? I mean, his daughter's going to commit if she escapes. Let's see if I get anything new.
We're final. We have... Is that... Seems rather rare. Of course. Well, if you stopped one person from breaking it and you're still here, then there must be someone else. Allow me to explain. The crux.
Yeah, you already went through the paradox.
Excellent. It look. Ask then.
Nothing right here either.
Good. Now. Of course. Yes.
Julie. Well, he's caged, though. Ulpius isn't. Virgil, no. Malleus. But he didn't once he dropped out and he didn't win. Rufius, no. No.
Why do you say that? What? I'm speechless. How do you know? Of course, this isn't your first loop, is it? Well then, you must stop him from winning the election. I expect you'll need some kind of leverage on him, but I can't be seen to be involved in this, of course, so you'll be on your own. You'd better not waste any time, and may Swada, goddess of persuasion, go with you. Good, thank you.
Okay, well. Not what I
Ugh,
was-
this place has become a thoroughfare.
Hush. I'm sure that's exactly what I want to do. I guess we could try to talk to Pluto again.
Fear is proof of a degenerate mind.
Don't you just love springtime?
But he's supposed to gather all these people. But if he's gathered by the cistern, am I going to be able to go get out in time? Maybe. Pluto. Hades. And Urgle.
And here you are. Allow me to no, but the one and what that they will first.
See this?
I would recognize that anywhere, and yet my beloved still wears hers. What is this? How did you come by it?
I took it from her after I killed her in another timeline.
You vile, despicable creature. Why would you do such a thing? And worse still, boast about it.
I didn't want to kill her, but if you don't put an end to the Golden Rule, I will do it again.
You have put me in an impossible position.
What you did to
If
us?
I refuse, you will murder her. And yet, if I agree, I will lose my wager and return to Elysium humiliated and alone.
What's it gonna be?
I do not see that I have a choice in this. Your treachery and savagery have opened my eyes like nothing I have witnessed in 3,000 years. And now you have shown me your species' true colors. And I see that Persephone was a fool to have ever believed in you at all. This has gone on too long. It is time for me to let go of this
Psycho completed.
of all of you. But know this. If I abandon the wager and leave for Elysium, neither she nor your kind may ever ascend.
Why can't we go?
Because despicable creatures like you have no place there. My kin would never allow it. The best I can do is return to the land of the living. I will have Charon make arrangements to ferry the others. But as for you, be aware you will be separated from the rest.
Why?
Once this exodus begins, the events that brought you to this moment will never have taken place, and you will have created a paradox.
What we're trying to do?
What will become of you is difficult to predict, but that is the risk you have taken by interfering in the natural flow of time. Now, are you ready?
Get it over with.
You had best pray our paths never cross again, mortal.
Hi there. Gave me a bit of a fright. Thought I was in here alone. I'm Al.
Came here to find you.
Well, here I am. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Mikey.
Oh, did that lady in the forest send you in here after me? I guess I lost track of time, learning about the history of this place, and it is extraordinary. I'm fairly certain you and I are the first people to set foot in this city for about 2,000 years. Fortunately for us, the last person in here was a Roman man named Galerius, who inscribed an account into a tablet.
Awesome.
Apparently, there was a community of 20-something people trapped in here, and living in fear of a curse they called the Golden Rule. They believed that if even one person sinned, an unknown god would cast them all into gold, like the 1,000 people who'd lived here before them. Then, one day, just as Galerius had finished praying for a good harvest at the shrine of Proserpina, an oracle appeared and told him how to solve the ills of the city, and so on. Meanwhile, the oracle walked up to the temple of the mysterious god, this one right here, and demanded an audience. And the doors just opened up to him. Nobody knows what went on in there, but Galerius wrote the oracle must have been more persuasive than Odysseus, because the next thing he knew, the ground shook and the voice of that god rang out over the city. The many have suffered long enough. Unfortunately, Galerius' account just sort of stops after that, leaving a lot of questions unanswered. What became of him and the other people who lived here? What happened to all the golden statues? And did this mysterious oracle single-handedly undo the curse that had terrorized people for hundreds of years?
The Romans are crazy.
I don't know, it reads like an earnest account to me. Anyway, I think I found a way out through the aqueduct that brought water into the city. Follow me. I'm gonna pause here for a moment and make sure nobody else has ever lured into this temple.
Good idea.
You go on ahead. I'll be there soon.
You're back! But you're alone. Does that mean you didn't find Al?
I found him. He'll be here in a moment.
Oh, what a relief. Thank you so much. I was beginning to think you'd both become trapped in there. Why don't you tell me what you discovered while we wait?
I discovered your real name is Karen, or Curdy. I sound crazy if I say that. I'm from Ancients of an Underground City.
Really? Sounds amazing. And did you... Oh, look! Here he comes. Al! It's so good to see you. You were gone so long I thought I'd never see you again.
Kinda lost track of time in there. You wouldn't believe what we found. The ruins of a long-forgotten city. And there was a tablet describing an oracle who confronted a god and undid an ancient curse.
Sounds like quite a story. And I look forward to hearing all about it. But you two look exhausted. Why don't you hop in my boat and rest while I ferry you back to civilization?
Sounds good to me.
And you? Are you ready to go home?
All right, Karen, ferry us home. All right, that was on the floor.
Hey, you made it. It's great to see you again. I read your book, and what the critics said about it. I guess they weren't ready for your theories about the underworld. Anyway, after everything you've been through, I thought you might appreciate some good news. So after we got back to the real world, I started doing some research into the people mentioned in Galerius' tablet, and I found something strange. I'm sorry I've been so cryptic. I've been dying to tell you, I just really wanted you to see this for yourself. Why don't you head on down there? I'll catch up with you at the other end.
Oh, hello.
Oh my god.
You're finally here. Remember me?
What are you doing here?
It's a crazy story. After you disappeared, Karen appeared and told us she was returning us to the world. Even gave us some coins to help us start our lives over. Only, for some reason, she returned us to your world instead of ours. Anyway, I know we only ever had that one conversation, and I wasn't even sure if you'd remember me, but I wanted to say thanks for freeing us from the underworld and giving us a second chance at life.
What are you doing yourself these days?
Oh, I used Karen's gift to buy a farm in Umbria. Got a villa on it too, with enough room for Dooley, of course. It's hard work, but I sleep soundly every night. I'm finally my own man, and I wouldn't change it for the world.
Are you with Equitia now?
I know! I can't believe my luck either. But we're engaged and living together. We're planning to get married next spring. If you're gonna be around, we'd love to see you there.
Love that. Count me in. It's good to see you.
Of course. There's a whole museum full of people waiting for a chance to thank you. So you better keep moving. We'll speak again soon, my friend.